Did your time there, do you think it made you better prepared for what you're going through right now?
Most definitely, yeah. I feel like if I was at a different school, you know, it wouldn't be the same outcome. Just what they do, you know, it's kind of like a mini college. Yeah, you know, the class routine, the workout routine, everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that, you know, best prepared me.
You weren't the first to go to an IMG or somewhere like that, and you won't be the last. But
Yes,
for players that might be thinking about it, who do you think it works best for? I mean, like, do you think guys have to have a certain mindset, a certain skill set? Who does it work best for?
To be honest, we've had every mindset. You know, I think it works best just for anyone who's really trying to get prepared for college. Like, the mindsets, you know, it's all been different here and there. You know, we've had kids that, you know, were, you know, troublemakers here and there, but IMG shaped them into, you know, a better man and a better football player. We've also had, you know, kids that were at the top of their class that went there, and the same thing, you know, they shaped them. And so I think, you know, anyone can go there and pretty much, you know, it'll benefit you no matter what.
I'm going to ask David this question of you, but I'll ask you about him. What makes him a great player?
What makes him a great player is most definitely his effort. You know, no matter what, he'll find the ball. No matter what, you know, he's gonna push past. You know, it's his mindset. You know, he has to make the play. Like, his family depends on it. You know, that's the truth. His family does depend on it. So, you know, that's deep. His effort is probably the best. Yes, man.
Thanks, Jayden.
Yep. Thank you.
Jayden, you might have talked about this with Jenny before I walked up, but how'd you wind up at IMG? What was that process like?
You know, for me, you know, I just tagged along. You know, my cousin was going there, and, you know, they didn't really reach out, like, to me or anything. They didn't really, I don't even know. You know, it was kind of like a blessing. Like, you know, I just tagged along with my cousin, and
What's your cousin's name?
Santana Allo. He's the center that's currently at Georgia Tech right now.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And you know, what was that like getting started there, and obviously the different path that offers versus you know, traditional path through high school?
It was pretty crazy, man. I had no structure. I had no time management. You know, I was consistently being lazy, and here and there, you know, I didn't have a routine. So going there, you know, the structure, the routine, everything, you know, it shaped me to where I am now. I feel as if I had went to my old school, I wouldn't have gone to where I am now. So I feel like IMG, you know, blessed me with everything I needed, not only on the field, but off the field.
What high school did you go to, or would you have gone to?
I would have went to Brownsburg, Indiana. Yeah. Kind of.
Was there a moment at IMG where that clicked with you as far as I'm getting on top of this stuff, and you felt that shift?
To be honest, that's a great question. Yeah, it kind of seemed seamless, and I think that happens to, you know, a lot of guys. I didn't even realize it until, you know, until my family called it. I didn't realize, you know, the work that I was putting in was actually being sown out. So, yeah.
Jayden, there's been guys that have come to Oklahoma, really good high school interior defensive linemen. Tommy Harris, Gerald McCoy. Sometimes they play right away, sometimes they don't. But I asked Brent what he thought about you and David as potential contributors right away. He said, I think they got a great chance. What makes you think like you two could be regulars in the rotation out there as freshmen?
Like I said, work ethic, you know, just technique. Technique is really big, you know, I have to master that. But even if we don't, you know, it's just, we're going to keep working. Even if we don't, you know, that's the goal, though.
Do you feel like you're playing a position that probably is hardest almost for freshmen to get on the field?
You
Give
know,
it up to yourself, it's okay.
I think so, probably, you know, I don't know.
Lineman, I think
that's
lineman,
a good, yeah.
One side of the line or the other.
Yeah.
Maybe center.
Yeah, definitely, you know, weight got to be a big factor. I think that's really hard for some kids. You know, they come in light, and the gaining aspect and, you know, building that muscle. So
Danny said he's already gained like 25 or 30 pounds. What's your situation look like since you got here?
You know, they want me pretty heavy. You know, I came in 279, 280. I'm already 297. So Yeah, I've gained quite a bit, you know, and it hasn't affected me at all. You know, running on the field, I don't feel different at all. That my mindset was different in high school. I thought it would, but you know, college is different. So.
What are you? How much are you eating to gain 17, 20 pounds, whatever it is since you got here?
You know, they bless us with meals, so. You know, whenever I can, just snack. It's nothing bad, you know. Chipotle's a big factor, you know. Healthy bowls here and there. Yeah,
pleasure.
yes, ma'am.
I gotcha. Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah, just trying to, you know, eat healthy, but also gain.
Yeah, but eat a lot, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
yes,
do they
ma'am.
have a calorie count that they want you to try to achieve?
That's a great question. You know, I'm still talking with them, our nutritionists. I think they do. They do have that, but I haven't gone with them yet. But I will.
It seems like it's working if you gain that much stuff.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
What's the goal, weight?
Definitely, you know, 300 plus. Yeah, you know, going to SEC, you can't be light, you know, or you're going to get punished. Like, we've seen that, you know, our coaches have seen that. They played through it. So, yeah, definitely that.
Coach Venables said that you'll be starting out at nose tackle. Did you play that much at IMG, or is, it, you know, is there a drastic difference between, you know, playing standard defensive tackle and playing three technique?
At IMG, you know, I was the nose tackle. Yeah, I didn't play, you know. I played wherever they put me, actually. You know, they put me at 5, I'd play 5. They put me at D tackle. So I don't really see a difference. I feel like it's the same technique if I was just to move down a spot to play defense tackle, 3 technique. You know, I don't feel like there's a big difference. But that's just me, though. Yeah.
Jayden, I want to ask you about David. It's been a long time since there's been somebody like David to have the expectations that he does, especially on the defensive line. How have you seen him maybe embrace those and attack that?
Just his work ethic, you know, his effort, his mindset, consistently coming in, grinding, you know, just doing what he can, you know, and that extra step, you know, we're always going to treatment, even if you don't need it, you know, and he's pushing. When he does that, he's not only pushing himself, but he's pushing me. And when I do that, you know, we're pushing the whole team basically. It's like a domino effect. So I feel like, you know, he'll do everything he can.
What did you see from him at IMG last year that makes you know that he's going to be as good as everybody thinks he can be?
Actually, at first, you know, his technique wasn't all that, you know, but the thing he had was effort. You know, he would get pancaked. You know, as soon as he'd get up, he'd run straight to the ball, 20 yards deep, and make the play. You know, his effort. You know, he had to get to the ball, he had to attack the ball, and that was amazing for me. You know, a technique. You know, and that's what they coach him up on, and he's doing really well now.
How beneficial is it for you guys to, you know, go through that together at IMG, you know, get recruited together, be here together now, and go through everything as freshmen?
I think that, you know, has ultimately strengthened our bond. You know, we're consistently seeing each other every day. We're consistently competing. We were bound to be brothers. You know what I'm saying? It was written in stone. We were gonna go to college together. Like, you know what I'm saying? We were bound to. So I think it's definitely strengthened our bond.
Are you guys roommates?
Yeah, we're roommates right now.
What's it like living with them?
You know, a little trash here. No, I'm just playing out. It's been pretty good, man. Nothing crazy. You know, we study here and there. It's like having a brother, you know, as a roommate. So I'm very blessed for that. So, yes, sir.
You guys played together, you know, and so you guys really became a great dynamic duo. Talk about playing with him and what that's like on the field.
Playing with him is pretty crazy. You know, it's just, you know, if he was unblocked, then I was blocked. You know what I'm saying? If he was blocked, I was unblocked. And, you know, either one of us was going to make a play. And, you know, I always depended on him. You know, these big players make big plays, and that's what happened whenever I played with him. And just seeing him, you know, and his effort has been amazing.
So in the recruiting process, did you guys talk about going to the same school? Did you know you were going to go to the same school?
You know, it wasn't really a big factor. You know, we both have goals, you know, and whether that was to play with each other or not, but, you know, and everything ended up falling in line, which is amazing to me, you know. And, you know, it wasn't the goal, but as soon as I committed, yeah, I saw the goal. So, yeah, I needed him to come. So, yes, sir.
How much have you found yourself around DJ Terry, just trying to kind of gain everything that he knows about college football in general?
He's probably our defensive line leader, and You know, he's helped me and Stone amazingly. You know, everything from his knowledge on the field, from off the field, from little techniques here and there. Actually, the whole room, you know, they just coach us really well. It's not compete, you know, it's competing to win. You know, it's been amazing. They just, if I have a question here and there, they'll instantly help me. And if it's wrong, they'll like help me a different way just to make me understand. So DT or Dejon, Terry, and all of them has been really amazing to me. So yes, sir.
When you go back to talking about David, when you go back to when you first met him, what do you remember? What your first impressions were, and if there was a first time or one of the first times when you're like, "Oh, this guy's different."
Yeah, like I said, you know, he fell on the ground, you know, and I was like, "Oh yeah, the ball's 30 yards deep. He's not going to get it." And it was probably like a random practice we had. I saw him get up, you know, and the effort he had, he ran all the way down and still tried punching the ball out, you know, and the coaches they saw that too, and it was a spark in my eye, man. It kind of like motivated me in a way, you know. It kind of showed me where I needed to work in order to be on this type of level at IMG.
When did you first start thinking that playing at this kind of level was possible for you?
That's kind of always been my mindset, you know. I need to make it for my family, no matter what, you know. Even if it's not football, you know, I need to make it for my mom and the people that have sacrificed so much for me. So I definitely say going in IMG and stuff, you know, just having that vision. So.
How's that relationship with Coach Bates grown from time you arrive as you're about to get ready to get rolling with spring practice, full swing?
It's gotten really close. You know, we've definitely strengthened our relationship. I've been out with him. You know, I've played with his kids. You know, JoJo, he has 2 twins. His daughter, his amazing wife. You know, they're kind of like a second family. Yeah, like I can depend on them if, you know, something happens out of football. Like it's really close, and you know, I think that's amazing from him.
How just reinforcing is that everyone talks about the family atmosphere at Oklahoma, but then when you get here, it sounds like your group's really close. Coach Bates, like, how much is that just a boost?
You know, I think it strengthens our bond, and not only that, I think in doing that, it leads us to more winning. You know, the more comfortable we are with the guys, the more family feel we have with them. I feel like, you know, we can definitely go out and compete the best we can by doing that.
Seems like, if I remember correctly, defensive tackles last year, talking about Coach Bates, he's a technique like how? Is that something not necessarily hard to accept, but you need to have it to play really well, but how easy is it to learn from him? Seems like he's a really good teacher.
You know, he's an amazing teacher. I don't know if you've seen it, but he breaks everything down really good. He has acronyms here and there.
Yeah.
Just
I've seen him on Twitter.
yeah. He got I'd probably say Jayden from Indy. I'm not done yet. Yeah, I like that one, you know, especially because it's to me, but yeah, I got some here and there.
Okay.
But yeah, nothing but amazingness, you know. He's a very technique guy because everyone can weigh the same, everyone can be the same, you know, but technique is what, you know, can ultimately be the factor of you beating a man. So, you know, he's been nothing but amazing.